What's up, guys? Keyshawn Uchiha here, back at you with another new alternate universe. What if? Actually, not a new alternate universe. What if? This is going to be another reboot of an alternate universe. What if? And this is going to be the reboot of What If Naruto Had the Speed Force. Now, or what if Naruto was the Flash? Now, I wanted to do this and do a reboot on this because it wasn't good. The first one I ever did, I had a crappy intro. My voice was terrible, like terrible. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was out of it. I was scared. All right, I was scared out my mind. But this time, I'm not scared. I'm prepared. I brought, I brought the goodness and the most funniest and the goodness out of this. All right. So we're gonna see what would happen if Naruto had the Speed Force, or if he becomes a Flash, you could say. Now, if you further ado, let's see how this goes. Now, pretty much, we're gonna start with Naruto, and we're gonna make him a little bit older. Naruto's gonna be about 16, if I'm correct, 16, because trust me, it's gonna be part of this what if, and it's gonna be 18 plus, because trust me. Now, Naruto is pretty much is talking to Sakura, and and we're gonna say Naruto is he's hot in this. He's hot in this. Like everybody knows, everybody calls him Nine Tails, uh, you know, brat, but Nine Tails demon because they think he's a Nine Tails, but Sakura, she's kind to him. She's kind to them in this sort of. I know, crazy, right? But she's kind to them in this sort of. And some kids are, they don't believe their parents and stuff. They being rebels. You know, and Naruto's he's pretty, looking hot. He ain't ugly or anything, or looking like a Dumbo. And Naruto's pretty smart in this. He's like brilliant intelligent, so you could say. So he's talking to Sakura, about to try to ask her out because he has a crush for Sakura. This is where Sakura is, laughing at Naruto joking, and this is where he is getting serious. Saying, Sakura, I wanted to ask you something, which this is where Sakura says, yeah, what do you want? What do you want to ask me? Which she put her hand on Naruto's lap, and he nuts instantly. This is the way he sounds like. Ugh. So yeah, this is where Sakura says, "What? What the hell just happened?" Which Naruto is, shaking a little bit and saying, "Nothing. I'll talk to you tomorrow," and begins to start going. Now, as he opened up his pants, he realized that he just did nut on himself, and he's trying to figure out what the hell just happened. And he's pretty much, saying this happens every time. Every time I try to talk to a girl, I nut on myself. I think I think it's just me and girls. I think I come on a woman's touch. This is embarrassing. Now Naruto is, about to head to his house, but first he takes a shortcut into a forest. He begins to look up into the sky. Now, this is where he's pretty much crying and saying, "Why do I nut every time a girl touches me? I can't talk to no one." And this is where a lightning. We're gonna say it was a storm, and a lightning strikes Naruto's down, and it strikes him like, yeah, we're gonna say it strikes him like multiple times, and he hits to the tree and lands down to the ground, and he's passed out with, you could say, securing cars with scars on him. Now Naruto ends up in the hospital, and everybody's trying to see if he's okay. And we can say only Rock. We're gonna say only Rock Lee and Sakura came, and Hinata came and see if he's alright. Now, this is where Naruto is healing up because the Speed Force is inside him now. Now he's regenerating much quicker and stuff. And he wakes up, pretty much breaking all heavily, saying what happened. And the ninjas are pretty much saying that he got hit by like 1,000 volt, not 1,000,000 volt of lightning. And he's surprised that he survived that without dying. Now, Naruto begins to say, "Oh," and Sakura saying, "Are you alright?" Which uh, Naruto's saying, "Yeah." Now, this is where he gets up and begins to, you know, get himself together, and he begins to start to go. Now, he realized that he's running much quicker than usual, and he's crashing into things uncontrollably. He's saying, "What the hell is going on?" And as he's running, he begins to, trying to think and see what the hell he can do. Now, as he's doing, this is where he's running across the whole shinobi world, and he makes it into the desert. Now, he realized that he's in the sand village, and he's like saying, "How did I get all the way over here?" And looks around. Now, this is where we're going to say another speedster, and it's an old man, realizing in the same village that someone has the speed force. And he's like saying, "Who has the speed force?" And begins to run and grab the kid. And it's Naruto. Well, not a kid, but kind of teenager. Grabs Naruto and begins to bring him into the house saying, "How do you have the speed force?" Which Naruto is trying to explain that he got shot by lightning and stuff and all that stuff, which the old man's saying, see. Now, the old man's explaining what Naruto can do and stuff, explaining, and gives him a book and saying what abilities he can do, and he's incredibly fast and stuff, and he can go beyond that, and he can go back in time and stuff, which Naruto is saying, "I see." Now, Naruto is taking notes and stuff, and trying and understanding that he has a lot of stuff. Now, this is where you could say the old man saying, "Well, first you're gonna need to make a new suit because that outfit you're wearing, it's not going to handle the speed you be running. You're gonna keep running naked." Which uh, Naruto says, "Well, what am I supposed to do then?" Now, this is where the old man has, you could say, a spirit suit, and we're gonna say it's orange. We're gonna say it's orange, made for Naruto, orange and blue, made for just for him. Now, I'm gonna tell you what the setup look like. So it looks like the Black Flash Wally West. It's gonna look like that, but it's also Naruto's gonna have a jacket. He's gonna have a jacket on it. He's gonna have a jacket with the Flash symbol in the middle. So he's gonna have the suit with the hair showing, but also and with the mask. But he's also going to have a jacket. He's gonna have a jacket with it, a jacket and pants. You could say pants under the suit. So, and the clothes won't burn off. And yes, he's still going to have sandals. He's still going to have sandals, all right. But that's what he's going to look like. And he's still going to have the Uzumaki symbol on it. And is he a full Uzumaki? Yes, he is. So I forgot to tell you that. So his hair is red. His hair is red. So imagine that. Now, Naruto sees the whole suit and he sees it that it's like he fits it and saying, "Well, I like this suit." Now the old man's saying, "Now remember what I taught you, and also be careful of the Death Flash. He only comes for Flash who's about to die soon." So, which Naruto's telling the old man, "That means you're gonna die soon." Which he's saying, "Possibly, yeah, I am gonna die soon, but I'm gonna make sure to give him a race to a lifetime." Which Naruto begins to shake the old man's hand and saying thank you, which he said, "Anytime, make sure to come and visit me." And Naruto begins to run all the way back to Leaf Village. Now, as Naruto is making it back, he begins to walk very slowly. And look, and this is where the this is where Hiruzen and the Anbu comes and say, "Naruto, where's you at? You've been gone for like a week." And Naruto's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I made it to the I was at the sand village," which Hiruzen's asking, "How did you make it there?" Which Naruto says, "No time to explain," and he pretty much says sorry and he heads back. Which Hiruzen's saying, Now, this is where Naruto, we're gonna say Naruto already passed, but this is where say Naruto is walking out at night, and he's pretty much going to Ichi Robin to eat some ramen noodles because that's his favorite thing, and he sees a kid with a scroll. Now this is where he runs up to him incredibly with quick speed, and says, "Why do you have the scroll?" Which the kid is explaining that Misaki said he will pass if he gets the scroll from him, which Naruto says, listen, it's a trap, but I'll make sure you pass. Just give me the scroll and stuff. Which uh, the kid says, okay. This is where Naruto opens it, and like every Flash has a fast capability of reading things and understanding things much quicker. So this is where uh, Naruto opens up the scroll and he reads everything much quicker and understands everything. He says, huh, and he closes it. Now this is where he learns the flying Raijin, and he learns a couple of jutsus, but the flying Raijin is going to definitely come in handy. Trust me. Now, Naruto pretty much runs back in quick speed and put the scroll back, while Hiruzen pretty much is trying to figure out what the hell Naruto just go, because from his eye he just saw Naruto had a scroll and now he's back without the scroll. Now, Naruto begins to starts going to Misaki and saying, so, you're the traitor of the village. Which, Misaki says, huh, the nine-tailed Shinchuriki, and begins to, split out the beans, which Naruto, he's shocked by it, but not that shocked. And he's saying, so that's why the village hates me. At least I know why. I guess I'm gonna have to prove wrong that I'm not a nine-tails demon. And Misaki gets mad, throws his shuriken, saying, shut up. And this is where Naruto starts saying, I want to try this out. Begins to vibrate the dagger. We're going to say vibrate the weapon and throws it at quick speed. And it goes right past Misaki, not killing him, but phase right through him. Which Misaki's saying, what the? And Naruto, you could say, use the flying Raijin to teleport right behind Misaki and use a Rasengan. You could say, a lightning slash Rasengan with the Speed Force and hits Misaki in the back, sending him flying in the tree and, breaking the tree, in which Misaki hits the ground, pretty much knocked out. Now, Naruto pretty much saying, and you're done for it, and brings Misaki, pretty much, use the Flash Speed Force and pretty much tie up Misaki and puts a note on him saying that I'm a traitor on the Leaf. I'm a traitor in the Leaf Village. I was trying to steal the scroll. And now, they're looking in the cell and they see him and they're saying, what? And Naruto pretty much heads home and pretty much sitting down saying, huh, that was fun. Now, the next day, Naruto pretty much is on time on school and everybody's realizing that Naruto's in the first time in his life is on time. And he's sitting down pretty much relaxed. With kind of a new getup, you could say. He's not wearing the mask unless he puts on the. Well, he's not wearing the mask unless, he puts it on. But yeah, he's pretty much just in there, chilling. Now, this is where the teams are getting assigned and stuff, and this is where they're all assigning the teams, and this is where it's much different. Because Naruto has a high IQ, so teams are going to be different. So this is where the teams are going to be different now. Hinata, Hyuga, Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha. Which Hinata is excited. You could say excited and happy that, she's on Naruto's team. And also grateful that she's on the team, which Sakura is pissed off that she's not on the team with Sasuke, and you could say with Naruto possibly. Now, this is where all the teams are getting ready to go, and this is where we meet. This is where Hinata is talking to Naruto, and pretty much, getting to know Naruto and stuff, and she puts her hand on Naruto's lap, which Naruto thought he was about to, nut instantly until he realized he's not nutting real instantly, and he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Now, this is where Sasuke, is still looking away, and Naruto asks what is his name, pretty much looks at Sasuke, asks what his name and stuff, and asks him trying to get to know Sasuke, which Sasuke is not trying to be buddy, but they still talk and all that. Now, this is where, Kakashi comes in and he looks at the team. which he looks at Naruto. And Naruto, looks different, but he has a Speed Force symbol, which he's saying, huh. Now, this is where he tells everybody to meet at the rooftop, and everybody thing is the same. Hinata's is definitely different. She wants to become strong. She's, you know, saying she wants to become strong and, become strong for the one she loves. And Naruto's saying he wants to become Hokage, believe it. Now, as Naruto is, you could say, sitting down. I mean, is sitting down, happy, which everybody's, smiling. Including Sasuke. Kakashi says, okay, well, everybody meet me at the belt test tomorrow. Which Naruto and them agree. Now, this is where Naruto's heading home, and this is where he gets a knock on the door. Oh well, this is where he sees Danzo. Danzo is pretty much smiling, saying, Naruto Uzumaki, I've been waiting for you. And this is where a bunch of Amu is around him, which this is where Naruto's saying, who are you? Now, this is where Danzo's saying, well, I'm here to make you stronger. Which Naruto's saying, and what can possibly do to make me stronger? Which this is where Danzo responds and says, well, have you ever wanted to have a Sharingan? Which Naruto thinks and says, I'm listening. You think you can give me a Sharingan? Which Danzo says, yeah, but for a favor, you'll come live with me in the Ambu, and become an Ambu member and get your training done by me. Which Naruto says, okay, and he agrees upon it. And Naruto goes with Danzo. Now, Naruto begins to, talk to Danzo and stuff. And Danzo pretty much says that he never had children. And he wants to have a son, or at least someone to take care of. And he asks Naruto, will he be his son? Which Naruto, shocked by this, but, says, what the hell? And agrees. Now, this is where Danzo and Naruto go for the secret lab facility. And they begins to test on Naruto. Now, Naruto has fast regeneration capabilities, so whatever they do on him, it's not going to really, affect, hurt, causing damage. So they begin to take out, we're gonna say, Minato's DNA, and leave the Uzumaki DNA, and put in the Senju DNA, and put in some Uchiha DNA. So, as they're doing that, Naruto get his eyes replaced with Uchiha eyes, and begins to regenerate, so his eyes is healing much better and stuff. Now, as Naruto wakes up, he begins to, look around and stuff, and Danzo show him a mirror. Naruto has, Sharingans, and and he has the one tumbler, which Danzo's saying that he has a lot of training to do, son. Which Naruto smiles and says, all right. Now, they begins to start training all night and all that stuff, and this is where Naruto says, taking a little, still stretching and saying, is there any more? Which Naruto's saying, you got me tired, kid, and I guess all my men is tired too. Which Naruto's saying, oh man. Now this is where Naruto says, oh yeah, I forgot, I gotta get some sleep. There's gonna be a bell test tomorrow, which Danzo says, I forgot about that. Make sure you pass that. Which Naruto does about it, says, yes, Father Danzo. And this Danzo, he's not as an a-hole and corrupted or anything. But he did cause the Uchiha massacre, so yeah, Sasuke's still gonna murk him because of that. But other than that, yeah. Now, this is where, actually, this is gonna be a different Ultimate Universe. Danzo didn't cause the Uchiha massacre. Instead of off telling Itachi to massacre the Uchiha, this is where Obito did it on his own and still massacred the Uchiha. Still killed all the Uchihas and stuff by himself. And Itachi just came in a little bit too late and looked around. And he picked up the blade with the blood, which Sasuke thought it was his brother who killed Uchiha, but it really wasn't. And Itachi just disappeared. Now, this is where uh, the next day comes and Naruto is coming. And he's pretty much, have his all set up and stuff. And we're gonna say he has his goggles. Instead of having like that black thing covered, like have that black mask, he has goggles. So yeah, but he still have the lightning bolts as head things, and he can lift the goggles up. It's kind of like Obito's goggles, you could say. Now, as Naruto's walking, he's waiting. He's saying, and he's tapping his feet and saying, "Where is it taking him so long?" Which Sasuke and Hinata doesn't know. And Hinata, she's activating her Byakugan, trying to see if this is the true test. And Kakashi is like testing him right now. Which Naruto's saying, "Calm down, Hinata. Kakashi's not here." And she's pretty much, saying, "Oh, okay." Now, here's where Naruto says he's gonna go get some food for them because he's starving, and he pretty much, go get some food in a quick speed, and they're pretty much realizing like, how did he just come back with all that food so quickly? Which Naruto's saying it's a secret, and they begin to start eating. Now, this is where Kakashi begins to start coming and saying sorry that he lost his way in real life and stuff. And he begins to say, did y'all just ate?" Which Naruto is saying, "Yeah, we ate. We're not going to eat on an empty stomach and let you win while you have a full stomach." Which he says, "Okay, if you say so." Now, this is where Kakashi's explaining the thing, and this is where he says, "Are you marked? Get set, go." And everybody goes in the separate ways. Now, Naruto is pretty much just standing still, and he puts on his goggles saying, "Huh, are you ready?" And he's about to use his speed force to run and grab the bells, pretty much, until Kakashi gets punched multiple times. Gets his chakra pressed off multiple times, and then gets kicked on the ground and gets the bells to play. Which Naruto realized that someone has the same speed force, but it's more like white, a little bit of a white, a little bit of blue speed force. And Naruto realizing it's gone. Now he's trying to find what the hell just happened until Hinata got the bells and says, "I got it." Which Naruto is confused and saying, "How did you get the bells?" Now Kakashi gets back up saying, "Ugh, what the?" And he's pretty much saying that they passed because he doesn't even know what happened, but he knows the team is strong. But he says, "Make sure to use teamwork next time," and they're saying, "Yeah." Now they begin to start doing a couple missions and stuff and all that. And this is where Naruto, this is where Kakashi says they're gonna get a break and they're gonna do a hard mission when he gets the call from Hiruzen, with Sasuke is saying whatever, and Naruto Hinata says okay. Now, as Naruto's going, this is where we're gonna say a black flash of death is running, and he's looking for the old man, but he sends another speedster, so he goes for Naruto. Now, as he's going after Naruto, this is where Naruto begins to start running, and they're running everywhere, left and right, real fast. And this is where the Black Flash is, coming after, chasing after Naruto. The Black Flash death. And this is where he grabs Naruto, throws him at the tree, pretty much hitting him, making him hit the thing. And this is where Naruto is activating the 2 Tumbly Sharingan, actually 3 Tumbly Sharingan, and begins to, about to do a handstand to fire a fireball at the Flash, the Black Flash, until Hinata comes in with her, you could say, blue flash speed force and touch the Flash of Death and pretty much eradicate him. Now Naruto is realizing that Hinata is like him, and saying how, and confused of how does she eat. This is where Hinata turns around and smiles and says, "You remember that? That talk with Sakura?" Which Naruto is saying, "How do you know about that?" And this is where Hinata smiles, and like you could say a creepy smile, and it says, "You remember all those girls you was with and trying to talk to? Well, before you had the same stream like me, I was single-handedly jerking. I was single-handedly jerking you off and making you come in your pants every time. So, you think you can? You think you come in a girl's touch, Naruto? I was there doing it all. Which Naruto is shocked by this to say. So it was you who was doing this? And she begins to laugh like Monopoly is saying, "Yeah, it was me." Now this is where Naruto is saying, "Why did you do it? Why did you do it? Why did you make me come in my pants every time I was trying to talk to a girl?" And this is where she starts to walk slowly up to Naruto, and she begins to kiss him. She begins to kiss him on the lips and say, because I like you, Naruto, and I love you." And she pretty much says, "And I won't let anyone come between you and me and hurt you." And she begins to, runs away with speed. Sorry if you hear any noise, my bad. But yeah, she pretty much runs away, and Naruto is hitting the ground, pretty much thinking to himself and saying, "I can't believe it was her. It was her the whole time, and she has a thing for me. She likes me. Out of all the people she could have, she likes me." Now, this is where she's running home. Well, running with quick speed, with like really fast and at home. And this is where she's sitting down, pretty much at the couch. We're gonna say at the couch laying down, and this is where her dad comes in, or her father, dad comes in and says, Hinata, here, you're here. Have you been doing your training of the Hyuga?" Which she smiles and says, "Of course, Dad, I have." Which he says, "Good girl." And begins to says, "We'll continue now." Now this is where Hinata, thinks and says, "Oh, I forgot to do," and pretty much runs all the way to the Cloud Village. And she meets the Raikage. Now the Raikage is saying, "So you're here, Hinata?" And she's pretty much, pretty much, we're gonna say chewing gum and blowing it, saying, "Yeah, I'm here." And he's pretty much saying, "So when are you going to leave the Leaf Village and come with us?" And she says, "Until I have Naruto with me. I'm not going anywhere without him." And this is where the Raikage is saying, "And why should he be in this village with us?" Which Hinata pretty much vibrates, pretty much holds him by the neck and vibrates and saying, "Because he's the Nine-Tailed Shinriken, and plus he's my future husband." And pretty much throws him on the ground, which he's pretty much holding his neck and saying, "Right, sorry." And she begins to head back to the village. Now, Naruto is pretty much walking home and pretty much walking back to the Amu Kamo, is thinking to himself, like, this life is just getting weirder and weirder. Now, this is part one of part reboot one of What If Naruto Had the Speed Force. I hope y'all guys enjoyed. I hope y'all guys like it. I hope y'all guys, want to see more of this. So, I'm Keisha Chia. Thanks for watching, and peace out.
It looks like you lost another one.